who's ready. Oh, you know what we should do tonight? Let's bring up the first that has never done a show here. CatBoy, are you just about ready? You ready to get up here?
CatBoy.
And go do your gig?
Hell yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right.
Right.
Wow.
I just have to wait through this crowd.
That's all right. Get up here. We got time.
On fire.
And don't forget, everybody, we got Lizzie Solo, who just rocks my boat. I go after her.
She is in the building, Lauren, by the way.
No, she's in the building.
Here, Lauren.
Let us know when you're ready, CatBoy.
No, I'm ready now. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go.
But who's talking besides you, by the way? Somebody else has got a TV on in the background.
I can't hear it. Oh, by the way, can you hear any noise in my background? Because I'm in a room full of nerds playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
we can.
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
him.
we can. All right, you're on.
Okay.
Go ahead. Bravo. Go ahead.
Right.
Fantastic.
All right. You know, I've been looking forever for a comedy club in Second Life. I couldn't find one for the longest time. A lot of the places that were running comedy clubs are all abandoned. I found this place online. Actually, it was a live stream. It was recommended to me by GeoMe, right? And I saw this wonderful video. It was Doc Grunt, and he was doing his bit about Walmart, funny as hell, about things you would love to do when you're in Walmart. I would like to add, you know what I like to do when I'm in Walmart?
What?
Get the hell out of Walmart. Like, leave a tiny exit door as quickly as humanly possible is what I want to do every time I find myself in Walmart. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, there was a time in my life I actually enjoyed going to Walmart. And I think when I hit middle age, that part of me just kind of dried up and died of cancer. It just
clean up and out.
Dead. Oh yeah, absolutely. Clean. Because it was, oh god, okay, I'm not making this up. The last time I went to a Walmart, a really big one, it was on the West Coast near Seattle. I went in there. I swear I saw half a dozen people who weighed over 500 pounds, at least. Half a dozen people. And you know what? The last time I saw someone who was that fat, I had to pay admission to see them. Literally, I had to go to a freak show and say, oh, you know, and you know what? And when I went to a freak show, you know, it was like, you know, those stupid little touring carnival things that have a tilt-a-whirl. It's like an industrial accident that's just waiting to happen. Like one of those ones, right? And you know, the fat people they had are only going to be like 400 pounds. Is the biggest one that they're going to have, and it's probably just some really tall guy whose pant size is like 48 long. You know, no biggie. Oh, it's like, oh, he has to get his boots from Canada Tire. It's a size 12 double E. Whoopie-doo, this 12-year-old's getting 15 quadruple E over at Foot Locker. They can run on water. You know, they don't think Jesus created a miracle. They just thought he had a good jump-off line. That's all. Canadians walk in water all the time. It's called winter. But when I was a kid, there was only only two places I could think of where if you wanted to see half a dozen people that weighed over 500 pounds, you had two options. You can go either to those really famous clubs like the one in Coney Island, or you went to WrestleMania 3. That was really expensive, by the way. Now you just go to Walmart all over the goddamn place. You know what? And if you go to a freak show, I promise you, if you go to a freak show today, they're not going to have a fat person there anymore. Because how the hell are you going to impress anyone? It's like, oh, whoopie, dude, I see a 500-pound dude, fuck it, I'll just go pick up a hooker in Mississippi or something like that.
Person in shape.
They would be chunky in Mississippi. From that, there wouldn't be a thin one on the lot, by the way. And the other reason why they don't have any fat people in freak shows these days is to actually be fat enough to impress people now, you would probably be dead. You would have to die. You would have to be, you know, it was like, oh yeah, 1,000-pound poem, the heart's, yeah, I'm checking out. It's nothing. But you know who, speaking of death, a segue, so you know who died this past week? Two famous people, Mike Wallace and Thomas Kincaid had passed away. So a guy who painted shit, and the only person in the whole United States who would have said, so, you made yourself a millionaire painting shit then. You know? You know, unlike that insufferable softball tosser, Morley Safer, who actually did an interview him on 60 Minutes, and he's asking these eviscerating, gut-splitting questions like, what's your favorite color, and how did you get to be so awesome? It's like, yeah, way to go, Morley. That's hard hitting. That's below the belt. And you know, with CBC TV, they actually did a tribute to Mike Wallace, and they showed an interview we did with Pierre Trudeau back when we had the FLQ. That was our own version of terrorism back in the 70s. And they said, oh, Mike Wallace, he hit below the belt when he talked to, you know, Pierre Trudeau. And I think, wait a minute, I got an issue with this. I mean, Trudeau just pulled our civil liberties and he declared martial law. I mean, to me, hitting below the belt would be, so is your wife still sleeping with the Rolling Stones? You know, that would be below the belt. And by the way, there's a lot of, we did have a first lady who slept with the Rolling Stones, and there's sort of a rumor going around of the offspring. We have a child, Justin Trudeau, who is making in politics, and liberals have our Liberal Party has no leadership, and Justin Trudeau is looking really sexy, and people thinking, man, we can have a Rolling Stone love child as Prime Minister of Canada. It could happen. It might happen, but you know what? I'm sorry, guys. It's a total pipe dream. I have seen Justin Trudeau in person, and he is way too damn good looking to be a love child from that band. You know, the only way that sperm could have made it through would be if all the other sperm looked at it and went, "Oh my God, it's ugly," and they had to stop and throw up. But I was getting back to this whole thing about, you know, like hitting below the belt. I think that when you talk to a world figure, you should be asking the most pertinent questions that are relevant to at the time. I mean, is that really hardball? Like, if you interviewed the former president of British Petroleum, is it really hitting below the belt when you ask, so how'd you fuck up the Gulf crisis so badly? You know, but no, they do this thing. It's like, you know, Fox News interviewing a GOP candidate. It's like, would you mind if I touch myself while you rip on liberals and give us the theories of what you think of global warming? Staying on death as a topic, another person, famous person, passed away last week. It was, it was the anniversary of a death. And this was something that was a really big deal when the internet was new. 18 years ago, Kurt Cobain had committed suicide. He passed away. A lot of people think Courtney Love did it, man. I don't know about that. But when that happened, that was like the Justin Bieber thing of, you know, of any kind of online forum. It was like the wall of spam, just boom. It's like you couldn't say anything. Like, have you ever been to a dance club full of Brazilians and you're trying to have a conversation and open, right? And then boom, behold the wall of text because someone just hit one of their gesture things. I mean, that's literally what it was like. And when they announced Kurt Cobain's passing on Twitter, it trended for a whole hour, one whole hour, and it was replaced by Justin Bieber 1D, which trended for the rest of the whole fucking day. Yeah, I know what Justin Bieber is. Who the hell's 1D? Like I know what Double D is. I know what 3D is. And I know that Double D is usually at its best when it comes in 3D, but I usually take it in 2D form when I'm on the internet. But who the heck is 1D? Anyone know? 1D?
A line.
Is it like some kid or you know? I mean, my vision of 1D is this poor little big-breasted teen star that had to get a mastectomy, and she wears her freakiness like a badge of honor. Like she gets up there swinging her chestnut or like a fucking rapper chain while she's on stage.
Hey.
Something like that. But, well, you know, a lot of people like to rip on Bieber. I noticed that, like, if you ever see Conan late at night, whenever he mentions Justin Bieber, the audience just totally jumps on it. They go, boo, boo, Justin Bieber. It's like, he's only a child! Why are you talking about him? He's just a kid! Right? And I'm going to have to defend. Now, this is the last thing I was going to say before my set's over, and that is I'm going to defend Justin Bieber because I think we have a lot in common. And one is we're both Canadian. Two is we're both kind of like short, cute people who wear glasses. And the third is we both dress like a pair of 40-year-old hairdresser receptionists. No, seriously, here, I want you to look at this photo. I'm going to put this photo up here, right? 40-year-old hairdressers. Now, ladies, can't you see this standing behind the counter when you go to the beauty salon and say, oh, you're here for your 5 o'clock, Dad? Isn't that exactly what I swear to God, I had an English homeroom teacher that looked exactly like this when I was in 4th grade.
Harry Potter.
I'm gonna wrap it up. That's my set for tonight. Thank you all.
Bravo! Way to go! What a great job! Fantastic! That was just great. Thank you so much. I got to tell you all something. Wasn't he great? Give it up for CatBoy.
Yeah.
Whoa! Absolutely. What a fantastic set. We always have new people out here and everything. I have to tell you, I stopped going to Walmart when I had one of every gun they sell. You know.